Ooh-wee! It is clear. Springfield TRP operator, 10 millimeter, with a little bit of a twist. Modified, gunsmith, worked on, however you want to say it, by Nighthawk. Oh, I know you're chomping at the bits. What do you mean? Springfield TRP operator, gunsmith by Nighthawk. Yes, folks, this is absolutely a beautiful pistol. 1911, but in 10 millimeter. And, you know, this is a used pistol. In my humble opinion, from Springfield, it was one of the best pistols ever made, handcrafted, hand fit, in the price range. Keep in mind what I stated there. In the price range that this one comes in at, about $1,500 to $1,700. Well, the previous owner sent this thing to Nighthawk to have a complete makeover. New grips, slide to frame fit. Both are forged frame and also slide. It has a new Nighthawk barrel in it. It also has a thicker front bushing Nighthawk match barrel, by the way, with recessed crown. Yes, on the top, Trijicon, night sights. And on the rear, a little ledge there. On the rear, just in case you have a slight injury, let's just say fall and hurt yourself, get yourself out of the fight, you can rack that thing on your belt to keep yourself back in the fight. The trigger in and of itself, skeletonized trigger, and it comes in according to the Nighthawk paperwork. Yes, I have all the Nighthawk paperwork from Nighthawk as well. Comes in from somewhere between 3 and 4.5 pounds. This one, according to my RCBS trigger gauge, comes right in at 3 pounds. It has the high beaver tail, swept beaver tail with the memory bump on it, so that when you purchase that pistol, it is tight and it's going to engage and you are in the fight to keep the threats off of you. It's got the speed hammer on it. It's got cocking serrations, front and rear. And there is some beautiful, this is not stippling in the front. I think they call it an O grip or something of that nature. But anyways, I know I got that wrong, folks. I'll show you some close-up of that. Just some beautiful front and rear on the mainspring. And also the magazine well is a tad bit beveled. You saw in the opening there with the quick reload. I wouldn't necessarily say quick, but quick enough for me on the quick reload to help you load that second magazine to keep yourself in it. And then also 3-spot Picatinny rail right there on top. Put what you want on it. Most likely a light. For me, yes, might go in the drawer. But here's the thing. Nighthawk, every internal part now. I've always wanted a Nighthawk pistol, couldn't quite get one. And then I came across this thing that's, hey, by the way, nitride finish coating on the top. Every part in this thing has been hand fit by Nighthawk. The frame to slide fit is tight like you would not believe, folks, because that's been tightened up by Nighthawk as well. But everything is Nighthawk in this thing. The biggest thing on here, which I've always questioned about 1911s, I've never questioned the reliability because I've seen them be plenty accurate from United States Marine Corps when I was using them, those old rattle traps. This, you hear that? You don't hear anything. It's not a rattle trap. But Nighthawk performed, outside of replacing pretty much everything, performed a reliability package. So what we're going to do today, what you just saw was a Wilson combat magazine and also a Kimber magazine loaded with my own 165 grain reloads. We've got 5 different brands of magazines and 5 different brands of ammo. And we are going to put Nighthawk's reliability challenge to the test today with the Springfield TRP, Tactical Response Pistol. Let's get to do some shooting. All right, folks, we're 7 yards away with the PPU. These hollow points are quite big. We may have to test these things in some gel at some point. But we've got a Kimber. I know it seems, sacrilegious, but we've got a Kimber Magazine loaded up in the TRP operator overworked by Nighthawk. We're going to test this reliability package today for sure. Where's this thing shooting at? Oh, so far so good. 8 rounds. I pulled 2 a little bit low. Could be the ammo in and of itself, but hollow point out of the Kimber magazine works flawlessly. Let's move on to the next magazine, next ammo. Oh yeah, baby. Now we got, oh boy, you Colt fans, just calm down just a tad bit, Colt fans. Yes, Colt Delta Elite, 10mm magazine, going inside a Springfield TRP operator in 10mm. This is a Herder's, which I believe is Bass Pro. I think it's Bass Pro and Cabela's brand, 180 grain, 7 yards away. How good is the Nighthawk reliability package? Oh, yeah. 100% so far. We're going to keep this thing moving. We got a few more magazines. By the way, you're going to want to stay tuned to the end of the video because we're going to truly put this thing to the test. If 5 different magazines with 4 different brands of ammo is not enough for you, I've got some of my own reloads. And I guarantee you, you have not seen anything like my reloads for a 1911. I'll just give you a hint. It's really made for a revolver. You know that, Mr. Revolver guy. Let's get it moving. All right, we got the Wilson Combat 10mm magazine with my own reloads. Those are Montana Gold 165 grain. So far, we've shot 135 grain, 165 grain, 180 grain from the opening until now. 165 grain Montana Gold, my own reloads, 8 rounds. Let's see where this thing prints, because I have no idea. Here we go. All right, there you have it. 8 rounds out of the TRP operator and putting Nighthawk reliability challenge to the test. So far, 100%, and you can see that old recessed crown right there. That thing is putting them exactly where I put the sights. Woo, dead center. Hey, we got 2 more rounds. And I know all you waiting for it. Yeah, Buffalo Bore 220 is coming up. That's what's coming up next, so hang in there. And go figure, I forget to turn on the camera, but that's okay. That's that group right there. Ooh-wee. Getting it done. Mr. Revolver guys, 165 grain, 10mm reloads, Montana Gold. Let's get on to that Buffalo Bore. Come on now, come on. Take a look. Yep, that's that 220 grain lead pill from Buffalo Bore. 220 grain Freedom Pill. Oh boy, is it 220 grain or 200 grain? We'll see here. I think you all probably know it. But anyways, here's the test. This is supposedly the magazine that came with it. No markings on it for whatsoever. I thought maybe it was a Checkmate or a Wilson, but the follower in this one compared to the other magazines are totally different. So, Nighthawk, Springfield. Are you ready? Ooh, it closed pretty easily. Let's go. Center mass. What can we do? Smoky. And the Bandit. Smoky. And the Bear. A lot more recoil. Oh yeah, putting them right where I put the target. All center mass. By the way, this thing has an 18.5 pound spring in it with a full metal guide rod, all fitted, again, by Nighthawk. Do you have any reason? I mean, listen, whew, those Nighthawk pistols, man, the price tag on them is something mean. But I tell you, if you can find one used, it's still a Nighthawk. Now, this one's a Springfield TRP operator, worked over by Nighthawk, but don't walk past the used, all steel. For that polymer stuff, no, I have no, yeah, I have a preference. I would be lying if I said I didn't have a preference. I have a preference. All steel, forged, frame, and slide. Beautiful, and refinished by Nighthawk. We got one more magazine. I told you, one more magazine with something you ain't never seen before. Let's put it to the test. I haven't even shot it out of this pistol, so I have no idea what it's gonna do. Let's see. Okay, I told you, you ain't never seen nothing like this before. Can you all see that? I really loaded them for my revolver. That is a 170 grain semi-wide cutter lead freedom pill that we're gonna try to see. This national match, or this match barrel from Nighthawk, has a feed ramp and is fully supported. We're gonna see if these things, I have no idea. First time, you'll see it on camera just like I will. We're gonna get some headshots 7 yards away. Will this thing feed? I don't know. Whew. Let's see. Oh, even rapid fire. Did you check that out? Hey, Nighthawk, I got to give you props on this one, Nighthawk. You really did a marvelous job working this over. And of course, your brand is Nighthawk, well renowned around the world in the 1911 market. You can see what that follower looks like out of Wilson Combat Magazine, and the Springfield TRP operator tactical response pistol operator in 10 millimeter, used, all worked over and redone by Nighthawk. Oh, let me get home and clean this thing and drool over it. Hey, thank you for hanging in there with me. And by the way, come on over. You know the deal. Email me, MrRevolverGuy@dayattherange.com, and get your merch. I got a few hats left. Come on, folks. Let's empty those hats out. I'll ship them right to you promptly. Ask anybody else out there who has them. BroTune has one. Quite a few others out there that is on YouTube at this point have them. They got them. Nice corrugated box. No crushing of the cap at all. It's a beautiful cap, folks. And thank you for supporting me and Mrs. LEO. I might put a few more rounds down range before I leave. What you think? Yeah, I think I should. Oh yeah, Springfield TRP Nighthawk. It is the business.